Today we're going to be talking about some of the best wide receiver route running drills that you can do. Now, this first drill is going to be something called a stick and slide drill. So we're going to talk about why we're doing this drill first, and then show a full speed example of this drill and talk about how many sets and reps you should be performing when doing this drill. So this first drill, all you really need is just a straight line. You can use this yellow line right here for reference, a white line on like an actual football field. But what you're going to do is you're going to position yourself on the right side of this line, and what we're going to do is going to have my hands and feet working just slightly, just get some type of movement here. So you're going to throw a jab where you step over the line with your left foot, then you're going to come out. Then you're going to punch with your right foot and slide to the opposite side. Then you're going to come back, jab with the right, slide to the opposite side, jab with the left, and then burst up into just like a fade route. You can maybe have a quarterback throw you a ball. Don't necessarily need a quarterback for this, but this is working on our stick, off the line of scrimmage and top of the route, and something like a slide release. So let me explain. Let's say I'm running, for example, a post route, right? So I'm bursting upfield, I'm cutting hard off of this left foot. They call it a stick at the top of the route. I got a guy in press coverage, I give him a move to the inside, that is also considered a stick. So that type of cut has to be sudden, you have to be on the ball of your foot, and you have to throw your hip with the cut to sell the movement. So on this drill, us stepping over this line, that forces me to have to sell with my upper half. I don't want to leave my body on this side of the line. I want to bring it to the left side of the line, come out, and then slide. Now that slide is something like a slide release. So let's say I come off the ball, I got a guy who's inside shade. To get into my slide release, I take a jab step and slide, give a move and go. So it's working on that rhythm and also pushing in and out of your cut. So we're going to show you this drill should look full speed, and that drill is called a stick and slide drill. Now, before we get into this full speed example, fellas, if you are a quarterback or a wide receiver and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this off season, we are coming out to 10 more states across the country for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver training camps. Next up on our camp tour, we're going to be coming out to Dallas, Texas. Then we'll be heading out to Nashville, Tennessee, Chicago, Illinois, Buffalo, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Detroit, Michigan, Boise, Idaho, and finishing off our tour in Los Angeles, California. So guys, if you're local to one of those cities and would like to train with myself and my staff, check out that very first link in the description below. That's where you can get all the information. All of those camps, fellas, have under 8 spots remaining. So guys, if you would like to come, feel free, check out that very first link in the description below. Let's get back to this video. Now, this next drill, fellas, is something called a cone zigzag drill. You're going to need 4 cones set up. So you're going to have a starting point here, cut 1, cut 2, and cut 3 at the very top. Now, each one of these cones wants to be at probably like a 45-degree angle about 5 yards away. So you're going to start out. Now, in between each one of these cones, you don't want to have the mindset of I'm going to run up and then cut at the cone, because pretty much we are running up to each cone, zigzagging back and forth. You want to do this drill off of steps. So you're going to start out here. Let's say my left foot is up, set, go. It's going to be 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bursting off. You could have a quarterback give you a ball like on a slant, a post, or you could just run off if you don't have a quarterback to throw to you. But this is working on a couple different things, right? So like on this drill from cone to cone, you want to make sure that you commit your hips and your shoulders to each cone, and you're running with long strides and trying to run full speed. Because if I run like a double move, let's say I'm running like a corner post, I break here, let's say I'm breaking to the corner this way, quarterback's over here. I break to the corner, how many steps am I taking? 3. They got to be long strides. I got to commit my hips and my shoulders to get a safety, a DB to bite, and then I cut back underneath. So this is working on our change of direction, cutting off of one single foot and getting in and out of each break. You want to do probably about 6 sets of this drill going each way. Now, when it comes to wide receiver training, running routes, ankle stability, and ultimately explosiveness is one of the most important things that a wide receiver can have. So that is what this drill is going to work on. So you're going to need 3 separate hurdles. If you don't have hurdles, you could honestly use cones. You could just stack 2 cones, 2 cones, 2 cones, and then you need a cone out here to the left of the last hurdle, probably about like, I would say like 2.5 yards away. Obviously working on the left side and on the right side. So this, like when I make a cut, like let's say it's use a post route, for example, again, I'm running up and I cut. I never want to cut on my heel toe, right? I don't want my heel to strike the ground first. A lot of receivers, when they're running routes, they'll try to over-exaggerate their cut, but when they cut on their heel and their toe slaps down, their leg can extend. That puts a lot of pressure on their knee, and they can't drive out of the cut. Whenever you want to cut, you want to try to cut on the ball of your foot first. Your whole foot can hit the grass, but the ball of the foot is what needs to strike the ground first. So I can push off of there. That's a more explosive part of my foot, and it's a safer cut. Now, it's much easier said than done. A lot of receivers, when they try to cut off the ball of their foot, they feel very weak because they lack ankle stability. So this drill is going to work a little bit on ankle stability, changing direction while you're on the ball of your foot, right, or most of your weight's on the ball of your foot, and your explosion out of a cut. So what you're going to do, you're going to start on this hurdle. First set is going to be on your right foot, second set could be on your left foot. So you're going to be hopping just on my right foot. So you're going to hop over this hurdle. You should try not to have your heel hit the ground at all. That's the ankle stability element of this. If the heel hits the ground, not in an explosive spot, and that really doesn't work on your ankle stability. You don't want to be heavy when you hit the ground. So we're hopping over each one of these hurdles. 1, 2, 3. When you land, as soon as you land, you're going to push laterally to the green cone. As soon as you land on the green cone, you're going to hit the ground on the ball of your foot, explode up, land, and hold this movement. So I'm going to show you how this should look full speed, obviously. But again, that push out works on the push out that I need of like a post route, an out route, any cut that I make. And the hops, keeping my heel off the ground on any movement, works on that ankle stability. Now, before we get into this drill, fellas, and on this drill, you want to do 3 to 4 sets of this on each leg. But if you're a wide receiver and you would like me to make a custom workout plan for you, what you can do is you could submit film to me, whether it's game film, whether it's practice film, film of you at a park just running routes, and you would like me to make a custom tailored workout plan to help your skills, give you feedback on the film that you send in, and give you specific drills on days like Monday you're doing this, Tuesday you're doing that. Check out that second link in the description below. We just now started offering our new custom workout plans for quarterbacks and receivers. So if that's of interest to you guys, check out that second link in the description below. Let's get back to the examples of this drill.